In this particular video series of mine, now I would like to proceed further on regression. Now, this is something which was always intrigued me, and I was always wondering, what exactly is regression all about? And trust me on this, that I wanted to learn more about it, and ultimately I discovered that yes, there is a need, especially to understand the concepts behind regression, so that we are able to understand and find out. So before I can begin with the my understanding of the various concepts after attending some of the workshops taken care by Neeraj sir, CP Gupta sir, David Corliss, Andy Field, Jim Frost, Christine Ringle, Anant Gururaj, Siddharth, Venkatesh, Raman David, and my discussions with them, either by participating in the workshops or raising some of the questions, especially in the classes of CP Gupta sir, and my mail communication through, I should say, to David Corliss or Andy Field, Jim Frost, and I would love to thank them for giving me some of their valuable time and helping me out to understand. And they themselves used to say that yes, you are one person who raises so many questions, and that shows you're interested in the subject. So why should we stop giving to you? And sometimes I know that I was sitting in the cafeteria and even trying to discuss about it, and through the live examples I understood that yes, regression is very much part of our lives, and we can really work very well and understand our own things which are present around us in this quantitative technique to us. Now, given and thanking all of them together, I'm proceeding further with the discussion on exclusively on regression. Now, first and foremost, I know that I was introduced to this particular simple model, and I was said, Ramni, y tilde x. Now, what do you understand by this? Now, I have to look, and I was thinking hard. It's a model with just two things, y and x. Now, should I call this to be a model first of all? Because for me, a model turned out to be a very complicated, sophisticated, complex one. When I saw for the first time, and when this was written on the whiteboard, and a question was raised to me in one of the workshops, simple model is y tilde x. So what do you understand by this? Can you please tell? At that time I understood how uneducated I am towards the concept of regression itself. Now so I was thinking, okay, so what is it basically that I need to understand? And to be very honest, yes, I was a science student, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, mathematics, and I hated mathematics like anything, because there was always this tug of war between my biology classes versus the mathematics. So mathematics, especially the domain of calculus, determinant, differential equations, integration, I never understood. Even till date, sometimes I need to sit with somebody and try to understand. So when this particular model was given to me, I just looked and I said, okay, so is this enough for the research? This is what my question was. I asked them, क्या research के लिए बस यही काफी है, simple model and then y tilde x, that's it. So how am I supposed to move ahead? So the answer was big no. So so I was thinking, am I a big dumbo in this case? Okay, because I didn't understand the subtleties that is required, and I was thinking, am I the only person who is not able to understand this thing, or everybody is in the same boat? And we are all singing the song, row 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 your boat gently down the stream. So I really had to be very honest, and I said, I don't know. Then my other mentors, the teachers, they understood, and then I thought, after learning certain things, now I'm able to understand what these things are and why these things are also side by side. And I remember it very well in one of the workshops how the question was in return asked to me also. So going with this one, then the question comes, okay, so what do we get in regression? Okay, so I really had to find out to understand. Now they told me, okay, you have got this particular model, so what will you go ahead and do further? Then they said, once you have got these kind of models in front of you, can you tell us what can you go ahead and do further things? Then the brainstorming session started off, and I'm sharing these things with you also, the points. One, optimize the model. Y tilde x is not going to give us anything. It's a very simple kind of a model for us. Okay, just with two things, y and x. Can I do something with it? Now, I know my teacher asked me, please proceed further and tell me, can you do something with these two variables which are present in front of you? I just looked. I said, no, I need something else also. Now, what is that something else is the one. So, that is what we mean by saying optimizing our model, make predictions. If one is present, like for example when we are watching, or even as a child, you are sitting in front of a child and you're reading out a story. Now I know the moment you're about to begin with the next sentence, the child is able to come up and say immediately, I know what is going to happen later on. I just keep looking, how can they be so good at the prediction more than me? I cannot. However, they are able to do it. Now get more accuracy. Okay, make more improvements, understand the variables, check out the errors, and observe the data. So these are the few things. Trust me, these were my lessons, and I'm sharing the same thing with each one of you so that we understand that yes, this is what we are supposed to do when we are talking about regression. So finally, what is regression? Now, here comes the definition for me. Regression is a parametric technique. Okay, so what do you mean by parametric technique then? It means that, there are certain things, and we will go in the flow and we will understand. Here, then they told me that yes, there has to be set of independent variables. So just one variable will do, or do I need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variables? I'm talking about the independent variables. And this is something that I have to remember, and my teacher said immediately, note down in your notebooks that the set of independent variables are always given to us. You don't have to check or search for them. Next comes what we call it as the continuous dependent variables. Now dependent variables on what? Dependent variables for the independent variables. Okay, so make predictions with the help of the idvs for independent, I'm talking about the dependent, it is dv variables. In other words, if I have a set of independent variables with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if I have 2, 3, 4, 5 in my hand, immediately through this collection of the 5 variables or set of 4 variables, I can go ahead and predict something about my dependent variable. I'm not entering into any kind of customer loyalty or car or movies or anything. No, I'm just talking conceptually right now so that we are able to understand that yes, this is what exactly it is. Then we can enter into the domain of the examples and see how it works for us. Make decisions. Definitely yes. Now I know I have completed parametric technique. I have the independent variables with me, idvs. I have dvs with me. Then I'm making the predictions. Fine, I've got the results in front of me. So what do we do with the help of the results? Remember, we can make decisions, and through these decisions we can go ahead and do certain kind of prescriptions which differs from domain to domain. So I'm going to stop here. And let's see how much of it we have understood. Let's digest all these things, whatever I have given in the 5 slides, and let me move further on in my next video. Till then, thank you and take care. Bye.